Good evening. My name is Andrew K. Ankama Jr., award-winning activist, mentor, and speaker. Gun violence is the leading cause of death amongst children in the United States. It's an issue facing everyone, no matter where you're from or who you are. One may ask, why is this such a prevalent problem? This is something that I've wondered for years. This is why I have dedicated my time, energy, and organization to combating gun violence.
Guns down!
Don't shoot!
Guns down!
Don't shoot!
Guns down!
Don't shoot!
As a former Temple University student, we often heard about incidents of violence happening around our campus. People couldn't get from point A to point B without worrying if they're going to be the target of a violent crime. This shouldn't be the case. Whether that be in a college campus, a high school campus, middle school, elementary school, anywhere. No one should be pursuing education while also worrying about if they're going to make it out alive. I wanted to hear the stories and experiences of some of my peers who have gone through experiences of violent crime.
Basically, one night, me and my friend decided that we were gonna go to a party on Broad Street, and we had been to the place where this party was supposed to be held like multiple times. It wasn't anything new, and it's on Broad Street, and it's not that far. It's probably like a 10-minute walk. The car had pulled up and pulled a gun out in the face of me and my friend that we were like the one I was going to the party with, and the four-wheelers had like ran off, but the gun was in me and her like face, so we just like ran, and we eventually like we got into this guy's apartment who had been watching the whole thing, which is like unsafe in itself. Like that person could have been in on it, like who knows, but we were like so freaked out. And yeah, we were in shock for like a minute. Like we were like, what do we do?
After hearing stories like Jade's and doing more research on gun violence, I wanted to find a way to get more involved. I started attending protests in the Philadelphia area, and it was there that I really saw the true extent of the passion that people had for this anti-violence work. Gun violence was tearing away our communities, and people weren't gonna let that happen.
We can't leave it up to Temple. We can't leave it up to the police officers. We can't leave it up to legislature. We have to step in and use our voices. We have to step in and be parents to our children, and to other children. We cannot be afraid. We cannot just act like this is not happening. If you're not affected today, you will be affected.
Of the 500 plus homicides that have occurred in the city, 10% of them are people under 18. Think about that. People under 18. That means they didn't have a chance to go to their prom, probably not their high school graduation, probably they've missed out on so many events because of the gun violence that's been going on.
Gun violence affects young people the most here in the city of Philadelphia. Although I was born in Philadelphia, I was raised in New Jersey, and I didn't experience any gun violence growing up. But many young people here in the city can't say the same. Too many young people's youth have been taken away due to violence. They've lost friends, parents, and loved ones at a young age.
I had a lot of personal experiences with gun violence. It's sad to say, but like I lost a lot of people, murder and fingers I can count, of people that passed away that was close to me. The most recent one being Word Whipple that passed away at 52nd and Market. That was like my little brother, and we basically grew up together. And although I like a lot of people that I lost, it did set me back, and like just having to go through the loss of work, my own brother when I was like 2 years old, that dude set a toll on you. So I just value and cherish every moment I have with my family and my peers. It's sad that like we had to grow up and have that mentality earlier and like rush our childhood and always had to look over our shoulders, walk away from situations you can't even fight no more because we really don't know how to handle losses in this generation.
Although these young people have gone through such tumultuous experiences, they still have hope for their city. They still have hope that Philadelphia will return to a place that is truly called the city of brotherly love. where there's not constant notifications and news reports of violence that goes on every day.
In my opinion, the solution should be accountability from like all types of levels, from specifically the youth level of just knowing right from wrong and knowing that your life is way more than just taken away from somebody with simply just a gun. And also for adults not being scared to show guidance and really just pull that person to the side and just give them that mentorship. Like my mom always talk about back in the day, like it takes a village to raise a person, and I think we just lack those villages of groups and circles and communities.
For Philadelphia, I hope that politicians and people that allow for the guns to be as accessible as they are come to the terms with that it's like not okay, that there's severe consequences for it, and that we're seeing them. And I hope they make some change. Make some change, because they have some serious consequences mentally. People are dying. I had someone showing a gun like and pointing it to my face, but people are dying. You know what I'm saying? He could have shot, he could have not. You know what I'm saying? He didn't, thank God, but it could have happened in a complete different way. We had a Temple student that died, a Temple graduate, and it's like, it's very real. I feel like Temple students live in this bubble, but it's so real. Like, it could happen to anybody, and it is happening. So like, this isn't a problem for the future. Like, we need to put in things in place for the future so we can prevent stuff. No, we need to do things now because it's already like happening. You know what I'm saying? We should have done stuff yesterday.
So what's next? Where do we go from here? I know for me, I want to continue speaking to individuals who have been impacted by gun violence here in the city of Philadelphia. I want to not only raise awareness, but amplify their voices to city leaders and officials who have the power to change the laws. I want to let them know that these are the people you're serving, and these are the experiences that they're going through. It's not enough to just sit on their hands anymore. These are people's lives that you're gambling with. Through my organization, the Accountability Initiative, we are launching the 100 Stories campaign, where we seek to speak to at least 100 people who have gone through these experiences. It's my hope that one day, we don't have to worry about this. People should be able to go to school and come back without worrying about their lives. We shouldn't have to always be looking over our shoulder. We should be able to live, learn, and grow in an environment filled with love and compassion, not with violence. Thank you for listening, and good night.